People talk a lot about, being an authoritative leader as opposed to authoritarian leader. And what's the difference between the two? And when is it the right thing to be an authoritarian leader?
It's much simpler than people make it out to be, right? Yes, you want to be authoritative. People want leaders who know what the heck they're doing, right? That's for sure.
Sure.
All right. Now, authoritarian, which is more closely related to the word we use around here a lot, dictatorial, right? That dictator. A leader is someone with the ability to attract willing followers and the will to serve them. So how do you do that? Well, by inspiring, empowering, and guiding them. We're back to our mantra, right? And how do you do that? By leading with courage, compassion, and wisdom. And what happens when you do that? You earn their trust, respect, and loyalty. It's that simple. I don't mean to reduce it to a slogan, but it really is that simple. Not easy. Now, a dictator is somebody who, and can be very effective, by the way, can get things done, but imposes will or control by fear, force, or coercion. You see, when you cross that line, and we all do from time to time, that's what I keep calling that authoritarian slip, right? We're going to do it. It's going to happen. And sometimes we welcome the dictator, just like we invite the vampire over the threshold, right? And it's usually in a time of crisis. We want somebody to come in and say, okay, this is what you're going to do. Bing, bing, bing. Now, if you're doing it properly, then you can be extremely authoritative without being the dictator. Because remember, the distinction is what? Fear, force, and coercion. As soon as you have to turn to those tactics to get things done, you become the dictator. You can be extremely authoritative, even sometimes authoritarian, right?
Like if we used a military model, for example.
Well, it's very interesting because, the military leaders that we talk to and work with and learn from, they're some of the most compassionate leaders I've ever met.
Yeah.
Right? They get it. They understand this. This is the code they live by. This is the type of leadership that they practice. It's amazing that sometimes they get tagged with that authoritarian label when they're really not. They just understand that there's times, right, when that command and control structure in that context is very important, and that I need to be authoritative and decisive at certain points, and as a follower, I need to obey orders, right? But it only works when they've built that respect, that trust, and that loyalty. You see, otherwise what happens? Even in a military context, in Vietnam, that term came up, fragging. Right? You're going to kill, and that was not something that was invented in the Vietnam War. I mean, that's been going on since warfare was invented.
It's rebellion.
It's rebellion. When you lead by, I won't even use that word. When you try to get the job done through fear, force, and coercion, when you're imposing will and control by fear, force, and coercion, then that's the natural result. People are going to revolt, they're going to rebel. It's just a matter of time. The dictator is always looking over his shoulder, wondering who's going to kill him.